Fights in real life are nothing like you see in movies.
Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Also, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And as always, peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yeah, man. The reason why I brought this little video out, of course, they're stunt actors or whatever, but it shows you reality versus pretending, man, and being not just our women but the men too, man, but especially the woman, man. We're going to bring out a couple precepts. Being a weaker vessel, Eve has become very, very puffed up and prideful here in these last days, especially here in Babylon the Great, the so-called USA, to the point where she has been watching these movies. She has been put on a pedestal and don't realize the severity of the times we're getting ready to come into. And Eve really believes that she can do this, whether she has a sword or not, man. And you look at the state of men, being that, you know, they're a bunch of funny boys, a bunch of weirdos. These women really think it's gonna go like this version, just kicking ass. But we're prophesying, man. We're getting ready to come into a time like the earth has never seen before, known as Jacob's trouble, also the Great Tribulation, where there's just going to be chaos on top of chaos and destruction on top of the destruction. And part of that is going to be physical combat, man, whether it's with a sword, whether it's hand to hand, you know, it's gonna go down, man. And everyone's gonna get tested out here, man. Just you better hope that the Lord is on your side. And unfortunately for a lot of our women, the Lord is not going to be with them. They're not going to have a hedge of protection, which is supposed to be a man of the Lord, because they voided it. They want to be independent and trust in their sword and trust in their karate skills, which a lot of our women lack that. Okay, and it's just going to go down. But this is an example, a depiction, if you will, of the spirit that's on a lot of our women, thinking they're gonna move and do these things to men, you know. And we're prophesying, hey man, look at what's happening with the migrants. It's already started. All right, taking over apartments. And you're not gonna be able, listen to the men that have been locked up, listen to the men who have been to war. Yeah, even if you have been to prison, a woman's prison, it's not the same, man. You should hear the horrible stories that men talk about other men, and how, you know, some of these men can be very terrifying, man. And a man can do a whole lot more damage. He can take punches better than you, Eve. It's just the way that the Lord designed you. Now, if you do your due diligence and be a humble, meek woman, guess what? The Lord will spare you from this fate, man. But again, unfortunately for a lot of our women, hey, this second part is going to be their fate, and they're going to get their ass absolutely annihilated out here, and it ain't going to be no stopping it. You see how, like, you know, again, they think it's going to go like that, right? And in real life, this ain't no damn movie. You not, niggas is not waiting to attack you one by one. They gonna get on that ass, boy. They finna get on your ass. And we're just keeping it real, man. We're being honest, brutally honest. We rather through the spirit be honest, and you have a chance of salvation, than lying to you, talking about you can do this type of stuff, because it ain't gonna happen. And trust me, the Lord is just gonna put a weak spirit up on you anyway, man. And he's gonna, those spirits that we talk about that are created for vengeance, they're going to take the vengeance of and wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai out upon you for your transgressions, Eve. This time right now, this period of grace and mercy that the Lord is bestowing upon the nation of Israel to get their act together, learn how to conduct themselves. This is it. Once it's over with, you're going to have voided, you know, the protection in Jacob's trouble. And again, you're going to get this, and it's going to be a lot worse, man. It's going to be blood being spilled, and you know what I mean? There's be weapons involved and things like that. It is not gonna go like the women think it's gonna go. So let's get to these precepts, man. This is First Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. Likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife. And here's the point: as unto the weaker vessel. And that's all I need right there. I just wanted to pinpoint that the woman is the weaker vessel. There's nothing wrong with that. When a woman hears that, she has a problem with it. We don't care about you being a weaker vessel. We know you're the weaker vessel, but the women, they don't like the way that it sounds. Why? Because they inherited lies, man. They don't know how to be in their lots, man. All right. So they hear weaker vessel, they hear servant, they hear master, they buck up against it because they don't have no understanding. They lack the correct wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to receive that the order has placed upon the earth, especially in the last days, and especially here in Babylon the Great, the so-called USA. All right, let's go to the book of First Timothy. First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 14. And it reads, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. And I mean, you should know the historical account of Adam and Eve. All right, I'm not finna go take you back there in this lesson, man. Study to show yourself approved, man. But if you should know that, hey, through this woman became the beginning of sin, right? And it's because she's the weaker vessel. And the Lord is not necessarily going into physical strength first and foremost. He's talking about spiritually. You women, is the way he designed you. You're more susceptible to lies of the serpent. That's what happened to Eve, man. Lies of Esau, Edom, the enemy. And that's what's going on today. The women are more susceptible to any type of confusion and lies. Look at the state of them now with the whoredom, the OnlyFans, the twerking, the violence. You know, they're going absolutely nuts right now, and it's because they're the weaker vessel. And then we could talk about the men all day, man. All right, it's the same thing, man. All right, even though they weren't created to be the weaker vessel, the Lord has given them over, all right, to a weak spirit that's likened unto a woman or a child. All right, but this is why, because you're the weaker vessel, woman, and you need a man of the Lord to be your head. We're wise enough at this point to know how to conduct ourselves with you. We're not trying to have you come in the house and literally be worshiping us, bow down. You're gonna probably do that in the kingdom, make no mistake about it, because we'll be in our glory then. All right, but right now we're in our imperfection. We're in captivity right along with you. You're in captivity right along with us. All right, so we're not really asking you, to come in when we come in the house to be on your knees, praising us and worshiping us, man. We're just really honestly at this point just asking you to be decent. All right, be decent, be willing to listen, be willing to shut up sometime. We have to do the same thing as it relates to Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai, man. All right, why can't y'all do it? Again, it's because you're the weaker vessel. All right, and you've inherited a bunch of lies, and you're not strong enough to pray and fast in the name of Yahweh Hashem Hawashai to get them spirits up off of you. So they're gonna remain there until the Lord utterly destroys you. Okay, you're not hearkening to the commandments. You're not hearkening into the rules of the game, if you will. So you're gonna get dealt with out here in Jacob's trouble, and it's gonna be nothing that we can do for you, man. Of course, a lot of women are gonna try to, find decent men of the Lord, or decent men, period, in that day. Same men that they, ran all over and disrespected every day of their life. Soon as it hit the fan, soon as they clip run out or they swore, it's gonna be over with. All right, and they're gonna be looking for protection, and it's not going to be found, man. All right, let's go to the book of Second Esdras. I just thought it was a funny video, man, when I saw it. Because that's how it goes, man. People think like this is a movie or something, and you can't, man. Have you ever watched a karate tournament? It looks nothing like the movies, man. I watch karate tournaments a lot, or UFC. It don't look nothing like that choreographed hand-to-hand combat bullshit. All right, you and a lot of times, man, you watch the women fight and you can see it because it's all documented through social media and the internet. You watch our women fight, and some of them really, are some brute beasts, but you'll watch a woman fight for quite a bit of time, and for the most part, both of them come out, pretty much unblemished. All right, maybe some hair ripped out, and if they really get to it, maybe they'll bust a lip or something. And they was fighting for quite a bit of time. You look at a man. Let's take Kimbo Slice, if you know who that is, Rampage Jackson or somebody like that. It'll take one damn punch, and they will lay your ass out. You women been fighting for a good damn 5 minutes. That's a long time in the fighting world, okay? And ain't bust a grape, just out there swinging and cussing and all that. When men get to it, and they really get into it, and they really trying to hurt each other, man, this shit gonna be over so quick. Somebody gonna drop so quick, man, or somebody gonna get they nose knocked off, all right, jaw dislocated, all that stuff, and it can happen very fast. And it's just simply the nature and the difference between a man and a woman. The Lord gave us, on rigid, hard bodies. It doesn't. Let me tell you something, man. A man skinny ain't the same thing as a woman skinny. If I'm lying, look at who was Spud Webb won the damn dunk contest. It's the women in the WNBA 6 foot and over that still can't dunk. Why is that? I don't know how short Spud Webb is. I know he definitely was under 6 feet tall for damn sure. All right, definitely probably under 5'5" or something like that. I don't know how Spud, but he was dunking, won the dunk contest in the real NBA. It just goes to show you, men are just, genetically superior. We're not, all right, especially men of the Lord, trying to beat you down about it. All right, you're the one that's taking it the wrong way and trying to be puffed up and outdo us, and it's not gonna work. You can go ahead and listen to the enemy and inherit all these lies all you want. All we doing is warning you, my sister. All right, it's finna go down, and if you keep coming in the spirit of that puffed up, haughty ass shit, you're gonna get dealt with, man. And it's not gonna go like you think it's gonna go. All that running up on the police, during these protests I be seeing, it's not gonna be like that in Jacob's Trouble. You're gonna get a 5.56 round to your skull, man. All right, real quick. It ain't gonna be no running up on niggas talking crazy, talking about boy bye, all that old crazy stuff. You're gonna get dealt with then and there, and you're gonna be crying out, asking for help, looking at other men crazy, and it's already happening. We've reported these stories of women being abused and shit. Men are not helping. Nobody wants to help. And this was really commanded to us not to get involved in other men's affairs, man. I don't know what that man and that woman got going on, and you women have been so treacherous to us. We don't even care no more. We're not trying to help that cat. Yeah, it's a few niggas that's always gonna be woman worshipers and try to save a female, and guess what? They gonna get a 5.56 round to the skull too. In that day or whatever the Lord got for them, and it's not gonna go well for either one. It's not gonna go well for these simple niggas, all right, these simps, and it's definitely not gonna go well for these haughty women, man. They can't sit down somewhere. Goodness gracious. It's Second Ezra. Where am I at, man? Second Ezra 16 and 17. All right, in relation to the times to come, woe, that means destruction. Woe is me, woe is me. So it's destruction is me. All this destruction has come unto me. This is what we're prophesying is about to happen. This is the spirit that the whole earth is about to be in. What is going on? What do you mean what's going on? We've been prophesying this, day in, day out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Hawashai that these days were gonna come. Now you looking crazy cause the Wi-Fi cut off, right? Ain't no more OnlyFans, ain't no more social media, and you really got to stand on business, which you have none. All right, a bunch of foolishness, a bunch of folly is your business, Eve. All right, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Nobody. You voided that, my sister. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. All right. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, and we're prophesying all these things. All right, you know how much you women love to eat, man. Love to go out and think that you eating so-called exotic food, and it's just a bunch of abomination. But y'all love to eat way more than we do. Love to eat, boy. Oh my goodness. Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right, but but For all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, man. And just like we're prophesying through the spirit the downfall of this place, and you see the beginnings of sorrows happening, the wars and the rumors of wars, pestilences and things happening. When the Lord shut down this place via the pandemic, look at our people, especially our women, went right back to that vomit, went right back to their folly, man. All right, not taking heed to the warning at all. Verse 21: Behold, vexual shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And that's exactly what I was just going into, man. Hey, things ain't really good as the way we see it, but for the most part, it ain't got absolutely crazy, because you can still go to work, still get in your vehicle, still go on a vacation, still go to the grocery store, still go to the club, etc., etc. So for the most part, the women, think themselves to be in a good case, man. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great destruction. Again, that sword symbolic for war, destruction, the spirit of division. All these things is gonna ramp up here pretty soon. All right, when the Lord, says it's go time. But you should be able to see, hey, it's starting. But of course, the woman thinks she know everything, and you can't tell her nothing, man. We're telling you, hey, teaching this word isn't for you. I just saw an old lady today, a whole damn congregation full of women, and she up there doing what they do, the old harlot house, man, thinking themselves to be righteous sisters, calling themselves pastors and preachers and bishops and all that stuff. You know how it go, man. And we've told y'all to get the hell off from down up there, but they don't want to listen. They want to do their own thing. And the reason why the Lord, commanded the woman not to teach, dummy, it isn't, first and foremost, it's because it's what he said. All right, we shouldn't have to explain this, but it's an unnecessary burden, my sister. There's other things that the Lord got for you to do, and you will be rewarded and blessed if you fulfill your lot. But you doing all this extra stuff, that's for us, and I'm gonna get into that. This is for men. All right, we're able to endure this, not you. You get chastised a little bit. Trust me, you're gonna freak out all your days. I'm talking about some real judgment. You can't handle it. And you're not going to be able to handle Jacob's trouble, because it's going to be a whole different ball game. The Lord said this was going to be a time like no other. So it's going to be judgment happening like the earth has never seen before. Yeah, your family member died and you'll get through it. Yeah, you may lose your job and then get another one. But we prophesying it ain't going to be like that in Jacob's trouble. It's going to be, family member after family member leaving here. And it's just going to be too much to bear if you don't have the spirit of the Lord, or the hedge, of protection from that man, who has, the spirit of Yahweh by Shema Hawashai upon him. The Lord gonna restore his order back on this earth, starting, with the nation of Israel when Jacob's trouble happened, man. All right. And you gonna see what's really going on. Then you're gonna know that a prophet had been among you. All right. 3, 4. Yep. So in relation to the Lord. All right, let's check this out, because a lot of people don't want to accept this fact right here, man, because they think they know everything about the Lord and don't know jack right? Exodus 15 and verse 3. The Lord, all right, it's in all cap. That means Yahweh. All right, the Lord Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, man. All right, so there it is, man. A lot of people don't even know that, or want to accept that fact that the Lord is not all peace. The Lord, they don't like the way it sounds. They don't like the way the Lord operates. Therefore, they'll try to change, the words of the Lord into a lie, and make it fit their own, desires, man. And because you are not this, you're not a man, you really don't want war. Yeah, you're out here being chaotic, but you really don't want to war, Eve. We see what you want to do. You want to be in groups. You want to dance and sing and twerk. All right, you want to eat, you want to enjoy the earth, you want to, be all involved in fashion and paint your nails. You ain't trying to war for real. You just out here with an attitude. You don't want, because war, it ain't just a day, my sister. You got to do this day in, day out, night missions, day missions, man, always going out. And I say that because I've been to war, okay, 3 times before I was 22. We're not trying to hear a pretender. You're a pretender. You're faking the funk. All right, this ain't what you want. You don't want to do this. You just want to pop off and get off. But see, that's going to be the difference between the spirit that's on a man and the spirit that's on a woman. We're built for this. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Hawashah. The Lord gave us a certain spirit to do this. You don't really want no smoke with no real hand-to-hand combat. You don't know what it's really like to be hit by a man that's really trying to hurt you. You know what I mean? Nigga knock you out, dislocate your jaw. We ain't seen too many of you women that fight each other do that. We ain't seen too many women that's fight each other knock somebody out. Like I say, they just be out there punching, trying to pull hair for the most part. Definitely seen a couple women, like I say, like some brute beast, you know, especially the women that do it professionally, especially them Edomite women. Oh my goodness. We got a couple brute beasts in our nation for sure, man, and they could probably nook. But hey, man, make no mistake about it. The Lord, he just gonna put a spirit on you not to win these battles, man. That comes with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. You don't know that the Lord will control every aspect of your life, even a fight, even conflict. All right, you don't know that. All right, but we're teaching you through the Spirit. We're warning you, hey, repent. There's still time. All right, there's still time. You can repent, come out of that, repent from it, and hopefully, you know, the Lord will pardon you, and you'll be able to take part in that glorious salvation, and then you'll be able to walk around with righteous pride all the days of your life, you know, because you will have been and earned that. All right, and that's the same thing that we're trying to do. We want, you know, the glory. We want those new bodies, those perfected bodies, the fame, the fortune. But there's a process to it, and unfortunately for you women, you're jumping the gun. All right, you're not being patient, and look at all the exposing that the Lord is doing, you know, with that industry, man, the entertainment industry, man. Bill Cosby went, R. Kelly went, that boy Tory Lanez in jail, Fetty Wap locked up. You know, it's just happening, and again, these are all men that I'm naming. You see how the Lord has started this judgment already, and we could talk about all the men that are in the grave right now. You know, your time is coming, Eve, and it's more of y'all on the earth. It's more of y'all in our nation than it is men. So you know something got to be up. It's coming. All right, all that whoredom that y'all got going on, the very thing that you know your pride and joy, which is your body. You know, you hoard yourself out, man, and you're gonna be judged for that. And you think you got away with it just because you didn't get judged, you know, that day. That's how the Lord get down. Why? Because he's a man of war. Remember, I don't fool with Drake too much, but I like some stuff he be saying in his songs. Some of them, he said, "We're at war, and I'm very patient." In one of his songs, man, and that's likening to a man of war. It ain't always got to be in your face. Sometimes we'll play the backfield. You know, we'll wait in the woods on you, day in, day out, waiting for the right time to get off that shot. All right, you don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that. Really waiting on your enemy, and that's what we're doing through the Spirit. We're waiting on Yahweh Shema Hawashah to avenge us, man, because that's what the Lord say. Hey, vengeance is his, so we gotta wait on the Lord, but he gonna get y'all, man, because we're crying out, because the shit y'all doing ain't right. In the story, it ain't right, and it's not right for y'all not to be judged. So it's gonna happen, because the Lord is righteous. It's just not happening today on a mass scale. Yeah, certain women are getting their judgment, but that mass judgment, we're gonna see all of y'all fall at the same time. We're gonna see shame brought to all of y'all at the same time, man. And then, again, we're gonna mock you, you know, just like you mocked us. Boy, stop. Boy, get out of here. Oh, it's gonna be girl, stop. Girl, get out of here. Yeah, okay. You know, especially the girl down here in GA. You know how they do. You know how they talk when they get rude. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Yep. In relation to the order, man, and the fact that this is about men, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being a woman, being a weaker vessel, man. There's glory in that, man. All right, when a man loves nothing more than a feminine woman, so it's beautiful. Y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on. Where is this at? Oh, Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. All right, there's one precept, right, on the point of this is for men, that the Lord called men, you know, to do this work, man. The Lord called men to be soldiers into war and to fight these battles, and that's the harsh reality of the situation. And yeah, women participated in the wars different ways, but when it comes to real deal combat, man, hand to hand, real boots on the ground, it's always been men. Check the history. Every man that actually been on that battlefield can vouch for it. There was no woman right by. Yeah, there's medics out there for sure. They see some gruesome stuff. I'm not going to take that away from the females that are medics out there. And there are a few women, most of them Edomites, that are attached to some real combat units, and they get to see some crazy stuff. But all them black women that's in the military, they not talking about shit. Let them lie to you. Let them come back and be have their sergeant stripes and sergeant this and drill sergeant that, and acting like they really out there warring, like they really out there leading soldiers in war. They may be. I'm gonna give it to them, man. The military does that. It does produce a great spirit of leadership. All right, but that usurping authority over man is complete goofiness, man, and it's not really happening in real life. Ain't no woman, leading no man on the battlefield. I ain't seen it. I didn't see it, and I'm not the most elite warrior or nothing like that, but I guarantee you it's some more elite warriors that can vouch for the same thing that I'm speaking, man. All right, when no women out there giving it up for Babylon the Great like that, especially no damn so-called black Hispanic woman, a Native American woman. They're all a bunch of pretenders. If they're moving in that spirit, you're lying. All right. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Hawashai. Women and children, they always deal with pretending and fantasy. Real men deal with reality. You know what I mean? A woman always pretending, man, acting like she really about that life, but ain't really about that life. We're all traumatized. We all inherited trauma. We all come from, most of us come from, well, hell, we all come from broken families as it relates to serving the Lord. So we all are traumatized, Eve, but that don't give you no damn excuse to continue in your wickedness. You know what I mean? Good gracious. You gotta come out of that, man. And we do know through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, most of y'all ain't finna come out of it. Most of y'all gonna have to receive judgment and no death by pain. So it is what it is, And again, like I say, definitely gonna mock you. All right, definitely gonna be mocking and laughing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai when it happens. All right, go ahead and scream. Ooh, we're just gonna be like, ooh, you scream, we're just gonna scream too. Ah, oh, help me. All right. All right, let's go to the book of Hebrews. Again, to reiterate the fact, man, this is for men, and that this is our burden. This is our heritage as men. This has, you got your own pain and suffering that you'll go through as a woman. Hell, childbearing is one of them. Here we go. Hebrews 12 and verse 7. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? And I mean, all this chastisement starting with us, man. Like even us having to go to war, having to endure, having to work with our hands more than a woman. All these things is a part of, the chastisement of being a man. All right. And definitely the judgments and chastisement that we've gotten for disobeying the Lord. Part of our chastisement was the Lord letting y'all, be above us, or to think that you were. Okay, a woman shall compass a man. Lord said he was going to do a new thing in the earth, and a woman shall compass a man. And that's what you see to this very day. It doesn't make it right, and it's not the way that the Lord intended things to be. The Lord did that for a punishment for the leaders of the nation of Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai. He's the leader, right? But for us that aren't perfected, the men here, all right, we're supposed to be, the heads of the households, man. All right, and because of our transgressions, he let things get absolutely out of control, and it's only a small remnant this day that have came to that realization and are doing things to make their calling and election sure. Okay. But again, it's for the boys, man. It's for the men. All right, just sit down somewhere and be a woman. Go be cute, Eve. Take care of the home. Like what's so wrong with that, man? You got a sweet gig here. But you're going to take on this unnecessary burden, and you're going to get dealt with like a nigga. You act like a nigga. You have the spirit of a man. All right. You live by the sword, trusting your ADT system, trusting your pit bull that you got in the house. You're going to have to stand on that. And all them things is going to run out. If a blackout comes, everything that you got in your house ain't going to do you no good. The alarm system, the rain cameras, or the cameras you got around, you know what I mean? All that shit finna come to naught. All right. tracking your cell phone, all that old shit. It's gonna come to naught. And we are prophesying these things, man. I got a female that I've been dealing with for a while. She don't live here. I live in Georgia. She's in New Orleans, but she was telling me recently, and yeah, I've marked her, through the spirit. Lord willing, I got a serious problem with her pride right now, and the Lord gonna have to do something about that before, but once the Lord humbles her, I'm down to take away her reproach. She just got to go through the process. But yeah, she telling me about Katrina. Yeah, she telling me about exactly, like, and specifically, she was talking about how dark it was, how she couldn't really see anything, man, because all the damn power was gone, man. And the spirit that was on her when she was telling me that, because she's very prideful. She's a doctor, so she's very prideful. I can't stand it. But I could hear it in her voice. She kind of relived that, and it's absolutely was terrifying to be, experience that amount of darkness. And she was saying how scary it was, man. Well, it's gonna happen again, man. So again, those alarm systems, the floodlights, all right, it's not gonna be there. All right, you're gonna have to stand on that business. It's gonna be the worst thing for you to be in wherever you're gonna be at. If you even be in your house when it go down or when it's going down, it's gonna be terrifying, man. And that ain't what you want, Eve. It's not what you want. All right. So for you sincere sisters out there, hey man, hey, pray to Yahweh Shema Shai. Keep doing what you're doing, because he gonna make an example out your wicked sisters, man. And we do pray for the hopeful elect as a whole, both man, woman, and child. All right. I know we get on the woman a lot, but for you sisters out there that are sincere, hey, may Yahweh Shema Shai bless you. You know what I mean? And give and send send you to a man of the Lord, man. All right. But for your other sisters, it's finna get on and cracking pretty soon, and we mean that, pun intended. It's gonna get on and cracking. All right, let me see. Hebrews. All right, 7. Yep, 2 more precepts, and that'll be it. I must have skipped one. I did skip one. I had this thing queued up, man. Let me bring this out of Romans right quick, man. Romans 2:11. For there is no respect of persons with God. Yahweh Shema Hawashai. So in relation to the woman receiving her judgment, you see how the Lord deals with us. And again, if you come out here acting like a man, you're going to have to receive the judgment that a grown man's going to getting your ass whooped, or really getting put to death in a horrific way. But if you come in a meek, humble spirit, again, the Lord will have mercy upon you, as much as he will. A lot of this stuff and a lot of this treacherous type of chastisement and judgment ain't even for you, Eve, but see, you get your ass caught up in the fire. And see, you supposed to be out the way when we having these battles and these conflicts, from a old school sword fight with literal sword, or the modern sword we having shootouts or whatever. You need to be out the way. Or you see that when real men get to really knucking, people get out the way real fast. A woman get the hell on when the men really knucking like that, or when the sword get drawn, they get the hell out the way. But through the spirit right now, Eve, you in the way, my sister. So you gonna get caught up in the fire. You gonna get caught up in the crossfire. All right. And as you should, because you're supposed to be out the way, being a woman. This ain't for you to be out on that battlefield, out here gathering abroad. Man, if one of the females I'm dealing with now, man, two of them have confessed to me that they've gotten robbed, man, from all that gathering abroad. One, I don't mess with one of them no more. But the last time we had linked up, she had, confessed that to me. She was in Birmingham gathering abroad, being stupid, and got her ass robbed at gunpoint. And the woman I'm dealing with now, she's not in the streets no more like she used to be. But when she was out there gathering abroad, she got a knife pulled out on her and got robbed. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't even fully Jacob's trouble yet. All right, how much more when it really go down? Ain't nobody, you ain't scaring nobody. Even if you have a sword, dummy. Do you not see all the violence that happened with your brothers, your young brother, when it comes to the violence, man? Don't give a damn about your gun, man. I've seen, bro, it's men have seen, man, especially if the Lord is not gonna, man, how many times have you seen a gun jam? You probably don't even know that. Even in war, your gun probably a jam, and you don't know how to fix that malfunction quick enough to you know what I mean, protect yourself, my sister. It's gonna be so many issues, and that's why we're trying to teach our people, both man and woman. This is just about the woman today. That's the spirit that was upon me, to trust in the Lord, man. not your sword, not your own strength, because it's gonna come to naught, man. There ain't nothing for that gun to jam. And then it's over. And again, you don't, what I mean? I don't care how many times you go to the range shooting at that paper unmoving target. You know what I mean? The real warriors is moving and the target's moving. Y'all just shooting at a paper target and thinking that it's gonna go down. It's not gonna go down like that, man. And if you, man, we've seen people get their guns taken from them and beat and shot with their own guns, man. All right, so you continue like, yeah, you got a pit bull, boom, he gonna catch one to the face first and foremost, boom, it's over for little JoJo. Or Cujo, that's what I meant. Your little Cujo, man, little Cujo, that you got this dog big as hell, big as a horse, bigger than you. You can't. If he really want to get loose on you, he will go. You know what I mean? All that's gonna become an issue in Jacob's trouble. We're warning you, man. All right, but again, the Lord is not a respectful person, so don't think that judgment is not gonna come to you, man. All right, the Lord has a specific time when he's gonna do it, and you see some of your sisters are catching it now, but as a whole, he gonna get y'all all together, man, because he's not a respectful person. If we had to get our ass whooping and you're Israelite, all right, and the law, statutes, and commandments, was given to you as well, all right, to follow and to be obedient, and the Lord told you not to be a whore, not to be doing these things, and you did it anyway and didn't repent when it was time to repent, the Lord is not gonna be a respectful person, and he gonna give you over to an ass whooping like he would give a man. That's what we trying to tell you, shawty. But you don't want to hear that though. All right, and then I got these last two. All right, in the book of 2 Timothy 2 and 3, therefore thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahweh. And then we'll get this in the blue letter here, the word soldier, all right, in the Strongs. And it says right there, you see it? Warrior. All right. So all that pretend stuff talking about, you a soldier, you're not a warrior, my sister. This is for the men, man. That's why the Lord is telling us to endure. It's chastening like a soldier, endure it like a man, enduring it like a son, because this ain't even supposed to be for you, Eve. All right, this is for us. All right, but we can take it back to Eve though. The woman, through her became the beginning of sin, man. It was the woman. So guess what, Eve? It's already up. It's already up. But I mean, you can't blame the Lord and you can't blame us, because the Lord is merciful. If you come out of it, we all inherited the transgressions. We've all fell short, my sister. Don't get it twisted. Us starting with us first, man, from listening to y'all. All right. And we got punished, continuously. All right. The Lord can, all right, if he willeth, have mercy upon you and let you slide on these things to a certain degree and let you receive that, that ultimate pardon, and you will attain the salvation and the beauty, the real beauty, that you seek for, because we know that's what y'all want. We know, what y'all want more than y'all do. We know what y'all need more than y'all do. Y'all have no idea. You don't even know how to take care of your own hair. The majority of you women, and it's why. It's because first and foremost, a lot of y'all receive that curse that the Lord put upon you, and as well as it's too hard to manage, and you don't have the patience to sit there and manage that peculiar hair. You don't know, it's too much. You too afraid to go out here and rock the fro. And it's a bunch of bullshit with y'all, and it's by design, and y'all hate each other because we sat here and seen the 70s. Everybody had a goddamn afro or a jerry curl. What happened to that? You started to inherit the lies from that white girl, and now y'all walking around here with 7-foot long ass blonde wigs and extensions and shit. Give me any color besides the color of your enemy, dummy. I don't care nothing about what color your hair is, shawty. You know what I mean? It could be cute. Sometimes y'all take it to the extreme, but I don't care about you coloring your hair. That's what women do. You better not be no man walking around here coloring your hair. You know what I mean? I don't care nothing about no woman really putting color, a little bit of color here and there, whatever. But the blonde stuff, oh my goodness. What is that? Especially if you chocolate. That shit look terrible, G. Especially don't let her have no low fade. She be chocolate with the low fade and it be blonde. You look like an alien or something, man. Okay? But man, I'm gonna leave it there through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Eve. Hey, look, this one was for you, my sister. Hey, judgment is coming, and how I started that off. Don't you think it's finna go like this, my sister? Uh, uh, it's gonna go just like this. Boom. They finna get on you. And while you down there, on you until you finish, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.